Hello, this is Dennis with A1 Telephone Service and Repair, A1 Electronics. You can reach us on the web at www.a1-telephone.com, and you can also reach us at 618-235-6959. Today I want to show you a really cool 3-slot automatic electric telephone, and Lyle sent this in from Kansas. And this is a very cool telephone. This is the initial checkout, and this telephone seems like it's in really, really good shape. But I've noticed some things. He mentions in the letter that there's no keys to it, and I can tell by this key here, or this lock, how loose that is. Someone has been into this lock and it just turns, and it's basically broken is what it is. And so there's no key for the body here, and it doesn't seem like there's any key. Sometimes they get these keys where you can just turn them with a screwdriver. And if you ever get a payphone, don't try to really turn. If you don't have the keys, don't try to turn these. I'm just using a screwdriver to show you that this lock has been jimmied and it's broke, and it's just spinning around, and I can tell it's broke just through experience. But basically, once you started trying to turn that, and you want to do that really gently if you've never done that before, because you can still get keys to these. You have to find them. And a lot of people are on the understanding that you can just go on down to any locksmith and they'll just cut you a key real quick. That's not so. Locksmiths won't touch these. I don't know. I mean, if you had a buddy that was a locksmith, maybe they would do something for you. But there really isn't even any blanks for these. Locksmiths just didn't have them. And every locksmith that I've ever talked to, and that I've even dealt with for years, they're just like when you say payphone, for some reason they run. I don't know what the big deal is. These payphones haven't been in service for years, and they probably never will be back in service unless it's someone who just does a unique situation and they have one of these payphones and they have a setup where it'll still take money. And I could see that happening, but for the most part, these telephones are never going to be in a working situation again, and they'll be for novelty and home use and things like that. And even if you had it in a restaurant, you probably wouldn't take any money, that you could just put it in like a bank. But the fact is, be gentle when you try to turn these, and that'll tell you whether the lock's broke or whether somebody has already fixed the lock up or broke the lock so that it'll open it. Unfortunately, this lock is broke, and it won't open the body. So if it were broken and would open the body, that'd be great, but it's not. It's snapped off, and I can feel it, and it's never going to open the body at this point. So we're looking at keys there. Another thing I noticed, this handset seemed like it had a little bit of a hollowness. It's got the weight to it where I think the transmitter's in it, but I have yet to pull the cap off here. I'm not sure that the receiver capsule's in there. It might be, but it kind of had a hollow sound to it, but it may be in there. But this is just our first inspection of this, our first checkout. So we're basically just kind of looking over the telephone and getting a feel for what it looks like and some of the things that it's going to need. And it seems like it's in very good shape. And the recoil on the rotary seems to be great. That doesn't mean that it's connected properly or that the numbers are going to hit. It just means that it's turning freely. So all that has to be gone through. I'm going to spin this telephone around. It has the armored cable on it. That's cool. I always like to see that, but if it didn't, that'd be great, because these are wonderful telephones, and they're really cool. When I get done with this telephone, basically what's going to happen is in this hole right here, we're going to have a modular port installed, just like when you walk up to any telephone and you plug into it. And that's exactly what I like to see, a place to plug in the telephone. I really see these cords dangling out of these guys with just hardwire in a modular plug, and you just kind of got what they gave you, and it would just be hanging all over the place, and it just really looks tacky. I install modular ports, so when you just walk up to this telephone and you want to plug it into the wall, you just plug a modular line cord into it and you're good to go, just like you would any telephone. Walk up to any telephone and plug into a line cord into the modular port. It looks nice and clean, and you can use any color, any length line cord you want. So I install modular ports on these. Anyway, this is in very good shape, and it's a beautiful telephone. It's a nice A&E. There's the little tag on it. Still has the tag. That hasn't been removed or messed with. So it has its serial number, or its code number, basically. And it's an automatic electric. And you can tell by the way the handset was designed. You can see the holes in the transmitter cap. Well, that throws it right there. I mean, that gives it away. You can tell it's an A&E just by that handset, just by the way they're designed. But don't let that always fool you. You can't always tell by the handset, because these look like Western Electric handsets in a way, and the caps can get changed and the handsets can get changed. But this all looks original, and so that's really cool. And he's got the kind of the beige model, so and the chrome door, so that's always great. And of course they will say Automatic Electric Company right here, made in the USA and all that. So it's just an initial checkout of this telephone. I haven't gotten it apart yet, so I don't even know if there's a coin validator inside. I have no clue what's inside. We may open this up, and it's possible that it hasn't been opened up since this telephone was in use, taking money somewhere. And it might be just like an old vault, just opening it up, finding everything just like it should be. And I may open this up and not find anything in it. So we're kind of, just going to do a couple more videos on this telephone and see what we find. But we're going to be going through this key situation first. So this is Dennis with A1 Telephone Service and Repair, A1 Electronics. Thank you for watching, and have a great day.